Hello friend, this is Professor Firoz Sheikh. Today I am going to teach compulsory English subject of FY BCom. Today's poem is Uphill, written by great Victorian poetess Christina Rossetti. The Uphill, the poem is philosophical and deals with the life journey. So, we are going to deal the poem Uphill, written by Christina Rossetti. The poem, written by the great Victorian poetess Christina Rossetti, the name of poem is Uphill. The poem deals with our life journey from birth to death. In this poem, the poet focused on what kind of problems, difficulties, and lot of things we face in our life. So, this is poem deals with our life. This poem we are going to study in this session. Friends, as you know that for compulsory English F5 BCom, the textbook is Success Avenue, in which we had studied the prose, in which we have a Beggars written by Anton Chekhov. Then also second prose is Black Money and the Black Economy written by C. Ram Manohar Reddy, and the third prose we had discussed The Nightingale and the Rose by Oscar Wilde. In this session, we are going to focus on poetry session. Of our first poem is Uphill, written by Christina Rossetti, which focus a philosophical journey of life. The poem, the study of poem, it is focused on how the characteristic and features of literature used in the poem. In this poem, we are going to focus on literary features. What are the literary features used by the author, poetess Christina Rossetti, in which we see the metaphor, in which the life journey is compared with the journey from uphill, from downward to uphill, is in this poem. Then also we focus on the introduction to lyric poem. Lyric poem means the poem written in a short form expresses the feeling of author or maybe another person. It written in a some stanza pattern, that may be a 2 line, 3 line, 4 line, 7 line, 9 line, depend on the poem. Also the poem expresses the feeling and also intended to make change or instruct the audiences or make pursue the audiences for their ideas. In this poem, we are also going to elaborate the each and every stanza, each and every line, literary implication of line, philosophical implication of line, and what is the poet want to convey through the line. We are going to focus in this poem. Again, we are also focused on the critically. We are going to understand the critically what are the implications behind the poem, what are the autobiographical element, what are the social element, what are the Victorian period implication we find in the poem. Such kind of we are focused on the critical understanding of poem in this our session. Friends, the poem Uphill, written by Christina Rossetti, it contains a lot of implication of Victorian period. As you know that Victorian period famous for its industrial and scientific innovation. One of the great innovation we notice with the book written by great scientist Origin of Species. Right, in this book it focus on the human invention, the human origin. Okay, before in our religious thinking we believe that Adam and Eve is a originator or source of humanity, but this Origin of Species book changed the human mentality, human attitude, our way of life, our attitude toward the nature. So this shaken the proper roots of Christianity or religion. So in this period, most of the writer focus on literature. They consider literature should replace the religion, because proper roots or grounds of religion as taken by the scientific invention. So the people moves from religion to literature for their peace, for their spirituality. So the most of the writers in this period, like Matthew Arnold, then we have Christina Rossetti, then Dante Gabriel Rossetti, A.C. Swinburne, or many more writers who are writing in the Victorian period, focus on the literature as a substitute for the religion. So what is the role of religion? To instruct the people, to direct the people, to make the people aware the life, alive and journey of life, or make the people aware of the struggle and everything that comes in the mind, that life, that is actual role behind this Victorian writer. One of the great writer in Victorian period, Christina Rossetti, is also focused on this Victorian theme in this poem. The Uphill, this is a metaphorical poem. In this poem, the poet focus on journey from uphill, from hill, bottom of hill to uphill. But in this poem, this is not a journey at the uphill, but this is a journey from beginning of life to end. Okay, so there's a lot of metaphorical use in this. The life is compared with the journey from bottom of hill to top of the hill or peak of the hill. So this is a very metaphorical poem. Poet want to convey his audience or his reader that life is full of struggle. Life contains lot of winding ways, but we have to continue our life. We should not stop life, because life is a continuous process. There are a lot of problems, difficulties, some are a sad moment, happy moment, anything, everything happens in life, but life should go on. Life should continue. We have to walk our life. So this is actually the message, the meaning the writer want to convey in this poem. The poem written in the question answer series, one of the very important structure of the poem, in which the first line, the question asked by the traveler, and the second line contain the answer given by the host of the traveler, or we can say the particular person who is arranging the particular journey. But in this poem, what happened that the two speakers are there. The person who is asking question is metaphorical representation of common human being, and the person who is giving the answer, it is stands for the God. It means God giving the answer common human being. So whatever the questions, when we are living in the course of the life, we encounter with the different kind of questions. That question we used to ask the God, and God answer that question. Such kind of metaphorical representation we notice in this poem written by Christina Rossetti. Then look at the poem. The first line, one of the catching line, poem begins with catching an elaborate opening. The question is the first, that does the road wind uphill all the ways? Look at this. The first question, the first speaker asking to second speaker, but here the speaker is common human being asking to God. Metaphorically, he asks that does the road wind uphill all the ways? So speaker is asking, we are going to start this journey, but this road wind up till the end. Okay, we have this kind of wind up. What is wind up means? Wind up, it has a metaphorical meaning. Wind up means it has ups, down, happiness, sorrow, difficulty, problems, success, failure. That is called the wind up. So wind up stands for hosting. So the speaker is asking that, the second speaker, does this way always wind up till the end of the journey? Then the second speaker answer the question that yes, to the very end. Look at the friend. In this journey, when journey started, the speaker humbly asked that, please tell me, this journey had this wind of travel. Yes, he said that yes, till the end you have to be walk in the wind up way. So this in the metaphorical way and in the literary way, the poet or the speaker, the human being asked the question to God that when I took birth on the surface of the globe, can I have to walk this wind of way? Wind of way means with these difficulties, with this problem, with happiness, sorrow, success, failure, everything comes in mind. Does life contain everything? Does life have everything? God said, yes, till the end of your life, you have to follow this life way. You have to walk in this way. There is no substitute. You have to cope, you have to achieve the some characteristic. You have to follow this way properly, because everyone in this life who take the birth in the on this earth have to live such way. We cannot have a substitute. You cannot avoid these bad things or failures. You have in your life good things, bad things also. So life journey contains failure, success, happiness, sorrow, melancholy. A lot of things is that the person, human being, must adopt the skill to live with this thing. That is actually the meaning behind the writer or the poetess Christina Rossetti want to convey in the first line of the poem. This is the catching abrupt opening of the poem that catch the whole the attention of the poet, that what we thinking. This is, look at this, these are the questions does not appear in the poet's mind, but appear in as a human being in my mind also, and your mind also, my dear friend. So this question appears every day, every moment we face the life, every moment we experience the such kind of moment which depicted in the poem by Christina Rossetti. So look at the next question. Second question, the poet is asked that, will the day's journey take the whole long day? Look at the very simple question, but it has a long implication, my dear friends. Will the day's journey take the whole day? Of course. The first speaker again asked the question, will the day's journey take the whole long day? The answer is from the morn to night, my friend. Look at the speaker, the first speaker asking that this journey, I started this journey at the morning, I have to walk till the night. Okay, is there is a resting thing? No, resting thing, resting place. There is no resting place. You have to, this is a long journey from morning to end, morning to night. It's a very example. But here the answer given by the second speaker, from morning to night, my dear friend. Look at the, again the poem has a very metaphorical implication. The speaker, the human being, asks the God that in my life I have to continue my journey from my birth, when I started breathing first, till the last breath of my life. So life is journey between two breaths. That is, the first we take at the birth and last we take at the death of life. Okay. So he said that in this poem, the poem from the morn to night, it is a very metaphoric implication, or it implies a lot of things. Morn means morning. Morning stands for the birth. When we open our eyes in this world, when we start our heart starting the breathing, this is our morning in the life or on the globe. And when we reach to the end at the night, when our eyes close, our breathing stop, that is called the night. So God said that, my dear friend, life is a continuous journey. Life is a continuous journey. You have to start. It is a continuous process. There is no any kind of steps there. There are no any stops there. Okay. Everyone who take birth, maybe animals, human being, they have to live their life continuously. There is no stop at all. Nothing else. That is called the life from morning to death. So next stanza also focus on the question, but is there the night resting place? Very good stanza. Look at this is a common question. Is there the night resting place? Yes. So again the question is that I am living my life. My life is a continuous journey. Okay, I will start my journey from bottom of hill to the peak of the hill, but is there resting place? Because in the continuous process I may be tired. Okay, I may feel something restless, so there is a resting place. I need something resting place to fill up my battery, to charge up me, to something get energy to cover again another distance. Okay, in this life that happens. Okay, most of time we tired, we does not want to walk ahead, but that what God give the meaning that when you tired, we does not find the way what is going where to go, but you should stop there, take rest, think about yourself and start your journey. Okay, so it is here the speaker asks that, but is there the night resting place? When the nights come in my life, is there resting place for me? The second speaker answer the question that a roof for when the slow dark hours begins. Look at this. So he said that we have a roof, we have a resting place, we have a house for everyone, but when slow darkening hours begins. Look at this. He said that every human being has a resting place, but when the slow darkening hours begins. What is darkening hours? When at the end of the journey, at the end of the life, our darkening hour starts. You know that before the sunset there is some kind of darkening hours. Okay, so that is called the ending session of life, ending parts of life, that is called the slow and dark. We see the at the sunset sun is a slowly set down. Okay, that is called the slow and darkening hours of the life. So this is one of the important concept in life. So he said that speaker asking that is there a resting place for me? The second speaker said that yes, when the darkening, the slow and dark hours begins. Okay, so human being also ask the God, if I tired in my life, I cannot able to walk ahead, I find restless, worry, problem, difficulties that happens in my life. Okay, I may not able to walk properly, can there be a resting place for me? Then God say yes, at the darkening hour, slow hour started, dark hour started, you get the resting place. This is actually the answer given by the Almighty to the common human being. The next stanza, may not the darkness hide it from my face. The answer is you cannot miss that in. Look at this. So again the humble question asked by the first speaker to second speaker, that may not the darkness hide it from my face. He said that you said that there is a resting place in my journey, in the course of my journey, but if the dark hours appears, if night appears, may you that maybe dark in that mean my resting place hide in the darkness. It can happen. So he said that no, everyone can get the in, everyone can the resting place, because we make the proper arrangement for everyone. Okay, whoever take the birth on this earth, on this globe, on this life, everyone we are going to provide them in, we are going to provide them resting place, because we make the proper arrangement. Okay, so this is a journey, from continuous journey from this birth to the end, and whatever the questions appear in the mind of the poet, or in the mind of the human being described in the poem. Look at the poem, the first two stanza we discussed. The poem is a highly metaphorical, related to common human being, the life of human being. So we are just between the lot of problems, friends. Today the life journey begins with the problems, ends with the problem, but the problems is some kind of, we have the decorative thing for life. We cannot avoid the problem. If we avoid the problem, we cannot enjoy the life properly. So these are a lot of questions happen in my life, our life, when we take pursue our journey. But we have to ask the question, we have to solve the question, get the answer, and continue life and achieve our last destination place. That is called the death, or what is called the last place in the life, or last stop in the life. This is implied. This is indicated in the poem by Christina Rossetti in the form of question answer series.